Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat and today I'm going to be telling you guys what my reading plans are for October, my favourite month of the year. I think like a lot of the book community, I especially love the spooky season, and it really is just that time of the year that I want to get in a blanket, get my cup of tea and just read. I was actually planning on making this like an autumnal TBR, but yeah, September's been and gone. We're pretty much in October now, but I will probably be reading some of these books in November as well because spooky season for me lasts until December. It is my favourite holiday of the year. I much prefer it to Christmas. I like this season to take up the 3 months that it's allocated, you know. I've also got an unboxing to do for a specific book towards the end of this video, so if you want to see a fun unboxing, definitely keep watching. In October I actually am taking part in 2 readathons. I am hosting both of them as well. So the first one is for me and my patrons and it is our October reading challenge, which I've created a bingo board for, and it's just so that we can have some fun reading together and ticking off the challenges. So yeah, if you did want to take part, you can always check out my Patreon. It's open to all of my tiers, and we've got a Discord chat where we're going to discuss our reading throughout the month and do some buddy reads and stuff like that, so it's going to be a really fun time. And the other readathon that I'm actually co-hosting is vampathon. So exciting, my second vampathon and the third time that it is running. This is a readathon created by Jodie over at Vanilla Moon, my lovely friend Jodie, and I will be linking her announcement video down below because she just posted it a few days ago. So yeah, if you're interested in taking part, it is a week-long or 8-day long, I think this year, spooky readathon, not just for vampire books, just for everything Halloween, and it runs from the 24th of October, which is a Monday, to Monday the 31st of October. We all read together. There's a bingo board, there's reading challenges, like Instagram challenges. It's so fun. I had a blast last year, and I actually did 2 vlogs that I will also link below if you're interested to see like what vampathon is about and what it's like. I will probably be doing a vlog again this year, at least one vlog, if not daily vlogging, but it just depends on my work schedule. So yes, I'm super excited. It is my favorite week of the year. So yeah, all of the books that I mentioned from now on in this video will be part of those readathons TBRs. I won't go into specifics today because I'm still kind of figuring it out. And how could I forget my cup of tea? This is the first time I'm using my Nightmare Before Christmas mug. First time of the year. So exciting. It's literally like the size of my face. Okay, let's finally get into the TBR. So my Patreon book club book for October is going to be Home for Dark by Riley Sager. This is going to be my first Riley Sager read in over a year, like a year and a half, 2 years. So this book follows Maggie, who has just inherited her old family house, a haunted house that her family actually fled when she was too young to remember, which her dad wrote a non-fiction book about, which became super famous, and he has died. So Maggie has inherited this house and she's decided that she's going to do it up to sell. She doesn't believe in any of the ghosties, but when she gets there, I think she gets a pretty rude awakening. I'm so excited to read this with my patrons. I'm going to do a spoiler-filled vlog, so I'm going to share all of my theories and ideas in that vlog and try and figure out what's going on in the haunted house. The next couple of books I'm going to be talking about are the books that I want to reread this year. So I always want to reread my favorite spooky books, but I need to be very, very selective because I've only got such a short time and I'm such a slow reader. So the first one that I'm definitely planning on rereading is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I've only read this the once and it was during Vampathon last year, so I have such fond memories of reading this book. It is one of my all-time favorite books in general now, and this is basically a polyamorous romance and also a story of an abusive relationship as well, but told as a Dracula's Bride retelling. It is one of my favorite concepts of a book ever, and the writing is absolutely beautiful. So the reason I want to reread it this year is so I can go back and annotate it, because I never got to do that the first time around. I don't know why I didn't. The second book I am rereading, and probably the reason why I can't reread any other books because it's a freaking tome, is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's very thick, but I really, really enjoyed it. And the reason that I want to reread this one is because I want to read the second one finally. I actually got sent this by a subscriber from my wish list, and I feel so bad that I haven't read it yet. I really, really want to get to reading this, but I actually just really want to enjoy From Blood and Ash again before finally going on to the next books in the series. The next book that I want to read, I actually want you guys to pick for me, which sounds weird, but let me just explain. So I've got, you can't actually see it because it's literally just down there, but I have got a V.E. Schwab shelf full of V.E. Schwab books. I've only read 2 out of 6 of them. So yeah, I'm not doing very well, but I really love V.E. Schwab. I loved Gallant and I did really love Officious as well. So I want to pick up one of my unread V.E. Schwabs this month, and I really want you guys to help me decide. So here are the options. So I've got A Darker Shade of Magic here. This is the first book in a series about 4 parallel Londons, and the main character is a smuggler between those worlds. The next option is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is, I believe, about a girl who makes a deal with the devil to live forever, but the catch is that nobody remembers her. And then the last option is this Savage song, and I literally got this edition recently. How beautiful is this? I think they're coming out with the second book in this duology next year in this edition as well. All I know about it is that it's a dark urban fantasy duology. Enter the gritty, seething metropolis of the city, a divided city where monsters have stepped out of the shadows and where choosing who you want to be is the first and the hardest fought battle. So yeah, here are my 3 options. Please cast your votes for which one you'd like me to read below. I feel like I trust your guys' opinions, and I'm really excited to see what you guys decide. Whatever is most voted for in the comments is the one that I will read this month. The next book that I want to read in October is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and that is Kingdom of the Feared by Kerri Maniscalco, which unfortunately I don't have physically yet because I'm still waiting for it to arrive. I ordered, I think, pre-ordered the signed edition, so yeah, I'm really excited for that one to come. But it's the 3rd book in a kind of fantasy romance series about this witch whose twin sister dies, and then she kind of gets caught up in the world of the princes of hell. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite romances that I've ever read. I really enjoyed the 1st book. The 2nd book was a major letdown, so I'm really hoping that the 3rd one will reignite my love for this series. The next book I want to read is A Touch of Ruin by Scarlett St. Clair. This is the 2nd book in a Greek retelling series about Hades and Persephone. It's a smutty romance series, and the 1st one was just so fun that I just want to go on to the next one. I haven't heard the best things about this one, I can't lie, and I feel like you can read the 1st book without reading the rest of the series. That's what I've heard at least. But yeah, I think I'm going to give this one a go since I do own it. I think it's just going to be like a fun, easy read. A book that I just started that I want to finish in October is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I started this yesterday and I've completely fallen in love. So it's about this teenage girl, I think she's doing her A-levels, and as kind of like an extra assignment, I think it's called an EPQ, she decides to investigate the murder of a girl from her town a few years back. I think it was 5 years ago, and she believes the guy that was accused of murdering this girl, her boyfriend, is innocent, and she wants to prove that. So she's investigating, and it is so cool. The whole book is kind of like mixed media, so you've got like interviews, production logs, phone calls, and if you listen to the audiobook alongside it or just listen to the audiobook, it is so good. It's one of the best audiobooks that I've ever listened to because it has all the sounds. So it has like multiple narrators, and when she's on the phone with someone, it literally sounds like she's on the phone. I don't know how to explain it, but it is such a fun time, and it's really spooky and creepy as well. So I'm so excited to keep reading this and finish it in October, and then hopefully go on to the rest of the series because I think there's at least 2 or 3 more books to this one. Another first book in a series is Forest of Souls by Laurie M. Lee, and this is another one that I have started as well and haven't finished. So this is a dark fantasy, and our main character always wished of becoming the next Queen's royal spy, but her life completely changes course when she reveals a special power that she has, and she's whisked away to the Deadwood, aka the Forest of Souls, and I think there's a king there. I'm pretty sure they're going to try and use her powers somehow. But yeah, from what I've read so far of this book, I was really enjoying it. An audiobook that I really want to listen to this October is The Kiss Curse by, I think, Erin Sterling. Whoever wrote The Ex-Hex, it's the same author, and I believe it's a companion novel. I think it's set in the same place. It's basically a cute, spooky romance about witches, and it's set in a small town in the US. And I think this 2nd book in the kind of companion series follows the siblings of the main characters in the 1st book. It's the sister of the main character in The Ex-Hex, and then the brother of the love interest in The Ex-Hex. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Ignore me if I am. I listened to the audiobook last year for Vampathon actually, and I really enjoyed it, so I think I'm going to do the same for this one this time around. Another sneak peek into my Vampathon TBR, I am definitely going to be reading Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. This is the 2nd book in the Vampire Academy series. I can't believe I haven't read any more of them yet. I read the 1st book during Vampathon last year, and I loved it, and I did start this one straight away, but maybe because spooky season was over, I don't know. I just wasn't really as into it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking this up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be buddy reading it with at least Jodie, if not Emily as well, this time around. If I read this at the beginning of Vampathon, I might even start the next one as well. And if I'm in the mood for a thriller, I'm definitely going to pick up Out by Natsuo Carino. I love this cover so much. I can't express how much I love this cover. I've had this for a while now, and I really finally want to get around to reading it. So it's about this woman who, I think in a fit of rage, just spontaneously murders her husband, and then she tries to enlist the help of her co-workers, her female colleagues, to help cover up this murder. It just sounds like a bunch of ordinary middle-aged women in Japan covering up this murder, and I'm kind of into it. It is kind of long, so I'm gonna have to dedicate quite a lot of time to getting through this quite quickly. But yeah, I'm up for the challenge, and I'm really excited to be reading another Natsuo Carino book. Another kind of thriller, I think it's more actually a horror slasher, which gets me very excited, is The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. It doesn't have its dust jacket on because I've got it on this shelf. But yeah, this is a gorgeous signed edition that my friend Jodie actually got for me last year, and I'm finally gonna read it. So Grady Hendrix and me and Grady Hendrix, we have a bit of a weird relationship. So the first two books that I read by him, one of them, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, I DNF'd. The second one I read, Horror Store, I think I only gave like 3 stars. I was really into the concept, but it just let me down and it wasn't what I expected. I just didn't like it. It was kind of gross. But then everything changed because last week I read My Best Friend's Exorcism and loved it. I gave it 4 stars. So I feel like maybe, just maybe, I might enjoy this one as well. This one is pretty much about a support group for real life final girls. And then I think things start getting really dangerous because somebody finds out about the group and is like intent on murdering them all, I think. But the difference is this time is that they're all together, and I think they're very hell-bent on surviving. So yeah, it just sounds so cool. I love anything Final Girls related. Before we get to the unboxing, I'm just going to mention a few mangas that I really want to read in October. So the first one is The Liminal Zone by Junji Ito. This is his latest collection of 4 short horror stories, and I think one of them is set in the real-life suicide forest in Japan. So that's going to be super interesting. I'm going to put it out there and say that this is my most anticipated read on the whole list. After reading the first volume in the series, I just want to binge read them all. That is The Girl from the Other Side. I picked these up in the bookshop recently because they looked really cute. Like, are you kidding me? And I read the first volume and now I'm completely obsessed. I love this world so much. I'm so invested already. It's so cute. The art style is so beautiful. So in this world, it's kind of split in 2. And there is the inside and the outside, and if you're an outsider it means that you're cursed, and the insiders are very afraid of the outsiders. But in the first volume you actually find out that this little girl from the inside is living on the outside with this outsider, and it is the cutest relationship ever. He's kind of like a father figure to her. Honestly, it makes me so happy, I can't even express. But there's one catch: they're not allowed to touch. So like, even if he's trying to like help her or like save her or anything like that, there's no way that they can touch, otherwise she'll become one of them. She'll become monstrous. So it's really important to him that he protects her, and it is the sweetest thing ever. I just want to get my hands on every single volume like right now. And yeah, I can't wait to give you guys all of my thoughts and recommend this to everyone because I love it so much. And I'll briefly just mention this last manga that I want to read in October, and that is of course Creepy Cat Volume 3. It's the only volume that is out that I haven't read yet. It's just a cute manga about a girl who moves into a haunted house and it's haunted by the ghost of a cat. And it is so funny, like the antics that happen. I highly recommend. Okay, so the final 2 books that I want to talk about in this TBR are my arcs that I want to get round to. The first one is of course Mina and the Slayers by Amie McCord. So this is the second book in the series, and it follows Mina, who goes to visit her sister in New Orleans where she lives, and she kind of gets caught up in these murders, and there are vampires, and it is just so fun. It's a YA dark urban fantasy series. It is really nostalgic series. Like if you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff like that, you would really enjoy this. I was sent this earlier this year and I've just been waiting for October to actually finally read it. So yeah. Okay, so now for the unboxing that I promised. This has been sent to me from Chicken House. I know what the book is, but they sent me this little package with the arc inside, so I'm so excited, and I thought I would love to unbox it on camera. So of course I had to unbox it in this TBR video because I'm definitely going to be reading it in October. I really should have bought a knife up, so I'm gonna go downstairs. Okay, so I finally opened it and here it is. I'm gonna pick out the things one by one and show you guys. So they sent me a little letter. Oh, that's so cute. So they've invited me to the launch party for the book. I'm going to be going to that at some point in October, and I'm so excited. It's like a Halloween party where you wear a costume. It just sounds so good. They've also sent this, which is some bookmarks of the characters and some stickers. And then something I'm so excited about, they've sent me some wax melts, and it is in the pumpkin apple muffins flavor, or scent, maybe I should say scent. That smells divine. I can't wait to use these. And then here is the book. Oh my god, the wrapping paper is so cool. Spooky season starts now. Let me open it. And here it is, look at it, oh my gosh. So this is The Other Ones by Fran Hart, and it is a YA ghost story. I am so excited. I'll read you what it says on the back. Sal hates standing out, but he lives in a haunted house and everyone knows it. His oldest friend Dirk tries to help, but he wants to stay popular and Sal isn't helping. Elsie was popular until recently. Now she's on the outcast table too and she doesn't want to talk about it. Then there's the new boy Pax, who won't leave Sal alone. His idea of a good time is hanging out in graveyards. Oh, I love that. And for some reason Sal just can't stay away. Meet the other ones. Can they banish their ghosts together? So it's a haunted house story. I'm so excited for this. I love when publishing houses do this. So this book in 3 words: queer friendship mystery. I'm sold. And look at the little pumpkin. Thank you so much to Chicken House and Olivia for sending me this book and all of the other goodies as well. I'm so excited to dive into this one, and if you haven't heard of it, I will link it below. I'll leave the Goodreads and Waterstones links down below because I'm pretty sure that Waterstones is going to come out with an exclusive edition. But yes, that's it for my October TBR video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Again, just a reminder to leave a comment telling me which VE short book you think I should read, whichever one sounds the best and you think that I'd enjoy. And yeah, I think that's it from me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.